Hello, everyone. Oh, I sat at that push record button for a few minutes there before before committing to it. It's a heavy day today, and I'm feeling all the feels. I couldn't get on here fast enough, so I've been very busy with clients this morning and such, and but I've been very distracted, very distracted. And typically I have my moments that I'm like that, but when when I'm focused and when I've got a job to do, I'm not like I'm in it. I'm focused, I'm focused. And even right now, I can't even find my words. And I understand where that's coming from. I pick up a lot on other people's emotions. I am an empath, so many times when I'm feeling blurred, low, energetic, I got to check in with myself sometimes to recognize if that is my feeling or if it's somebody else's feeling. And the work that I do, of course, I'm around energies all day, every day. And then, of course, I have my own life, right? I have my own family and friends and kids, and so I do a lot of work on myself to really help allow the feelings of others, the energies of others, to keep them their own and not so much get into my field. But today is I am sucking it all in, and I checked in. And a big thing that is coming up for me right now, and there's a few things that are ironic around this topic, the irony around that, and I'll get into that, of course. But the collective is feeling. I feel grief. I feel that grief, and I feel that lowness, kind of like that depression. And I hate labeling things because we get stuck in that mindset, but it's the language that we use, and so I'll get on board with that. But really just low, and it's not my shit. It's not my shit. Okay. And I've got to say that throughout especially within the last couple of years, depression, suicide, mental illness has been at the forefront. It's in our face, which is great because it's real. It's real. And another thing that came in for me, as well as I was chiming in with myself, and where this feeling was coming from, is the fact that many people are not feeling heard. They're feeling alone. They're feeling isolated, and I'm emotional about it. Like I'm feeling emotional about it, and by all means we could say that we are here for one another. We can say that we have resources and support for one another. But when you're in it and you are raw in your space, you don't think about reaching out. You don't think about connecting with others, because we absolutely want to help. I'm in this, and I beg for people to reach out to me when they're feeling like they want to take their own lives. I beg for that. But when you're in it and you're going through it, it's the last thing on your mind. You want to hide. You feel ashamed. You feel out of control. You feel defeated. You feel completely defeated. And you feel like you're a burden if you do reach out. And is our medical system doing a good job? No, they're not. They're not doing a good job. So when we do go seek medical assistance, many times you're turned away or medicated, numbed out more. And then it just cycles back around to the same depressed, want to hide in your bed, want to hide under a rock, want to avoid people. And that's real. That is real right now. That is very real right now. People are having a hard time being in this life. And with my beliefs are, we are spirits having a human experience. And believe me, that gets me through life. And the ones that are connected to spirit and connected to source, you definitely have periods of relief because you have that connection. But yes, we're spirits having a human experience. But this human experience is tough. And it's okay. It's okay that you're not feeling okay today. It's okay that you don't want to be at somebody's beck and call. Your kids, your colleagues, your work, your life, we don't have to be all these things. We don't. But the expectation of society, and then you add a little bit of trauma onto that, it's a lot in our energetic field. It's so heavy that many, especially within the last couple years here, suicide rates have gone up extensively. I have seen it. I'm very much involved with it. I've had a couple close calls with the people I'm with the individuals that I'm connected with, couple close calls, and some that I would never think. And that's the thing. It's out externally. We do actually externally. We have a brave, happy face. People that don't want to be here anymore, that want to be here, but it hurts too much to be here. It's physically and mentally painful. They're not screaming at the top of their lungs and on social media here saying, please help me. These are the people that appear to be stable and well because they have practice and took on an identity that has protected them from that. And I mean, I can get I can get pretty deep into the core of somebody's mind that doesn't see an alternative, and they don't see a way out of this. And it is layered. It's very layered. And one of the blessings of being an empath is I pick up on this. So that's a gift, and I'm grateful for it. But it's not in your face. And that's why when people lose somebody or hear of somebody, oh my God, I could never imagine. Because it's not out loud. People don't recover out loud. And I'm here to help change that. I'm really here. My purpose is to help change the belief around that. We don't hurt out loud. We don't harm ourselves out loud. And if we are, especially in our youth, if we are showing behavior that, you know, is the rebel type and defiant, and many times they're isolated, many times, you know, a lot of blame, shame, and more shit goes onto those shoulders. And it's not in your face. It's not in your face. And you don't have to be a counselor. I've been doing this for a little bit, so I'm literally in it every day. And it's my skill, but you don't have to be a counselor or a therapist to help somebody, or to even be an ear, a soundboard for somebody that needs to talk, that needs to somebody to just listen. No advice, no judgment. That just needs to talk. You don't have to be a counselor for that. For somebody to just be there for you, and many of you can relate, to say, I'm not okay today. Today I'm not okay. I've been in my bed for a couple of weeks. I haven't really eaten. I'm really low, and I may have a plan. I may have a plan to harm myself today. It's my mom's birthday today. And that's why I say the irony around this. My mother, she took her life when I was 17 years old. And I look back at her signs. I look back at being a child in that household. And it's very much what I spoke of, very much what I spoke of. You didn't see this woman, this beautiful woman that always had makeup on, beautiful, like she was turned up constantly, very social, laughed, interacted, was liked. She liked to party. Those 80s, I tell you. She was extremely, extremely depressed. She felt like she was a burden to everybody around her. The trauma that she experienced. There was no safe place for her, she felt, to unload that and to release that. So the battle was done. The battle was done. But you know, I think back and you know, if 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 she had something like this today, and I know she works through me. I know she works through me and is my biggest advocate on the other side, and that's I'm a soul believer of that, and I believe in reincarnation. So that gives me strength. That gives me purpose. That puts me where I need to be in my mind space, because that's my support system. Talk about somebody that is not well, needing support. Connecting with a higher power, connecting with your guides. She's one of my angels. But of course, I go back. I get my moments of, God, if I could have just saved her, and she could have had this back then. But it would have made a difference. So this is for her. This is for her, and my heart is full. I'm feeling, you know, I'm feeling her, of course, and as she celebrates her birthday, of course. But this is for her, what I'm doing, who I help today. This is for you. This is for the members of Turn Leaf and who's not part of Turn Leaf. This is for the collective. I'm here today to say I can help, and I know how to. And if you are feeling like you don't want to reach out to anybody, you are having one of those days of, please let me just hide and be by myself, the little Melissa, and she has children as well. I'm the oldest of three, and so, you know, she has kids. Look at your children. Look at what you have around you, and the little Melissa is kind of, I can feel the wave here. It's like, you know, I'm here for you. I'm here for you, Mom, and reach out today if you need to. Reach out to a friend. Reach out. I will put the link in for, obviously this is going to go up on my Turn Leaf page, but I'm also going to put it in my, I feel like I also need to put this up on my my personal profile as well. We're in this together. We don't have to be, like I said, we don't have to be counselors. We don't have to be the medical system here. Let's start taking care of one another. Let's start taking care of one another. You're not alone. I know my mother constantly said that. I feel alone. I feel alone. Depression is lonely. And you feel like a burden. And you're not a burden. You're not a burden. She is not a burden. She was not a burden. At the time, though, absolutely. I'm going to tell you, she was a pain in the ass. She caused a lot of shit. She was sick. She was sick, and the trauma that she had, she didn't know better. But we know better today, and there's platforms like this that can help you release this trauma. I'm very precise in the work that I do, and I hold space. And as you can feel my heart, I'm not only professionally able, I'm personally able as well. I'm human. I have these experiences and losses as well. And you're not alone. You're not alone. All right. I may, and I've heard this before, you know, you've got everything going for you, Melissa. You've got everything. You seem like you've got everything right. And I don't. That would be fucking boring. I don't have everything right. It's something I'm working on as well, because it's a mask that I put on as well to protect, right? but I don't. And I'm absolutely here for you. I'm here for you. And I will put my link. Of course, comment. Please comment if you need even just some words of inspiration, or just to kind of get out of that funk. Start talking. Start recovering out loud. Telling your depression, not today, not today. Depression and mental health is a full-time job. We throw these words around a lot, but it's a full-time job. It's a work. And when I say reach out to somebody, that's not easy. Okay, so I'll put my my Turnleaf link as well in the description here. Of course, you can private message me, but don't sit alone. Don't sit alone, especially today. Let's celebrate for mom here, and for the ones that are feeling like this today, and that want to end it. Not today, because you're not alone. You're not alone. So let's by all means go to your docs, go to your therapist, of course. But I'm feeling the message today is, my recommendation is, let's hold each other. Let's reach out to the people that love you, and I love you. And I've created this platform for people that want to recover, in their mind, and that want to recover in their life. And this is for you. Inspired by the one around me, of course. She gives me a lot of inspiration, and she does some good work on the other side. And that's another huge thing to tap into, is many of us are very disconnected with our spirits. And so that lonely place is very real. Meditate, pray, connect with your guides. Ask if you don't have any angels or guides, they're there. They're waiting for you to ask. Ask for, hey, I heard that I had some angels up here for me. I'm open to receive. That's it. That's it. And there's that alone is a sense of support. Having that energetic support, because it's all energy. Spirits, the one that has passed our archangels, quantum physics here. Energy is getting quite popular these days, of course. But that piece alone, when we talk about a crisis intervention and that approach, we're forgetting a piece there. We're forgetting a piece there, and that's that connection to source, to yourself, to your spirit, and reaching out for some backup, quieting this. I know that's tough, especially when you're in your head, but the piece there is what is that relationship with source, with your angels. Ask them for a hug today. That's part of it. And you'll feel that. You'll feel the sense of, okay, it's not so alone. It's not going to go from 0 to 10 here, 10 to 0. There's a little bit of relief then. Maybe that'll give you some inspiration, motivation to start getting yourself out of that hole, per se. Okay. Whew, this was heavy today, but I feel very much love, and I know this is going to resonate with many. And hold each other tight today. Reach out if you need to, and even for the ones that are not that are on the other side of it, and are listening to this, and reach out to a family member or a friend that you've kind of had an intuition to say, I want to check in and see how you're doing. And it doesn't, by all means, it doesn't have to be a suicide. It doesn't have to be around suicide, but even just a friend maybe having a low day, because those low days add up, and then, it's progressive. So if you have an intuition, if you check in with yourself and intuitively, you've got a friend that you've been thinking of, or a family member, colleague, I don't care who it is, we're human, people. Check in with them. Don't wait for them to come to you. I've been thinking about you lately and just checking in. How you doing? Is everything okay? I miss you, and I'm sending them a little, I'm proud of you, or I'm thinking of you, or that, those interruption pieces those conversations, one conversation, one message, one text could get somebody, and I know I do this all the time with my clients. It could save a life. And by all means, you're not responsible for that, but we are responsible to show love. We are responsible to show compassion. All right. And it can, that love, when you open up and you lead with your heart, that's energy, and it seeps in to somebody that potentially that day didn't want to be around that day. And after your talk or your text or that reach out, they very well may be saying, you know what, there's some worth here. There's some value here. Okay. So I'm going to leave you with that. These 10-minute talks obviously have turned into a lot more, but okay, I'm in flow. And thank you for holding space for me today. So I celebrate my mom, and I send all the light and love to my siblings as well that are thinking about her today. And I celebrate her. I celebrate her in her life today. I celebrate her, and she's amazing. She's so amazing. This is the purpose. This is her purpose in my lifetime. And I'm a big believer of soul contracts and all that stuff. So that's a whole other conversation. But happy birthday, Mom, and sending all the light, all the love to you. And we'll talk again tomorrow. Bye for now.